Today I'm installing a new water pump and fuel pump on my 33-foot Sea Ray. First I put the tools on the top of the engine so I can reach them from the bilge. As you can see, it's a very tight fit. And then I can take care of the belts and get them out of the way. To remove the water pump, it's only 5 bolts, 2 on the main bracket and 3 on the pulley. Now I have to remove the fuel lines, which it's always a good idea to have a rag underneath the setup, because when removing fuel lines there's always a little spill, and if you have a rag close by you can go ahead and clean everything. And now I have to go ahead and remove the 5 bolts that we just talked about. Now with the tensioner out of the way, I can go ahead and disconnect the hoses from the back of the water pump. Here I use the clamp and a bolt to cap up the open fuel line, and I also have a fan in the bilge to help with the fumes. Now it's just time to drop the last 2 bolts so I can drop down the water pump and fuel pump assembly. Here she is. Now it's time for me to take some more things apart. I have to remove that bracket and pass it to the new one. Later on, I'm gonna make a video of why I think this happened to the impeller, which is not in such a bad shape. But now I have to remove those bolts from the fuel pump because I need them for the new setup. As the old fuel pump didn't fail, I am gonna save it in case I needed an extra fuel pump. Now I put the gear lube that goes between the water pump and the fuel pump. I cleaned the mating surfaces with a little bit of parts cleaner and a rag. And now I can go ahead and mount the fuel pump to the water pump. Now I keep an eye on the whipping hole for a little while to see if any gear lube drips out of it, as I had brand new pumps before leak right off the bat. So since there was no leak, I can go ahead and start installing it back. First the 2 main bolts on the main bracket and then the 3 bolts on the tensioner. And now it's just to tension all the belts back, give it a try, start the engine, make sure there's no leaks, and we are winning. Now let's give it a start on the engine, make sure everything is good from up here, check the exhaust, and we have a done job. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you guys on the very next episode.